Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 6 and then click on view all lessons. There you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter number 30. The lessons we're going to cover today are compare numbers written in scientific notation, prime mode composite, identify factors, and prime factorization. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is compare numbers written in scientific notation, right? Okay, first just see what is the scientific notation, right? Right, then we'll see how do we compare numbers written in the scientific notation, right? Basically, scientific notation is a way of writing the numbers, right? Writing the very large numbers or very small numbers, right? Two large numbers or two small numbers. For example, you have 2700, right? You can write 2700 in scientific form, right? How do you write? You can write it as 22.7. You move decimal point from here to here. How many places? 1, 2, 3. So that is 2.7 times 10 exponent 3. Got it? So this is the scientific form. This is the scientific notation, right? You can write either two small numbers using this way or either two large numbers using scientific notation method, right? Now, how do we compare the numbers written in scientific notation? Let's just start with the first example, that is 8.3 times 10 exponent 3 and 8.53 times 10 exponent 1. Okay, the first thing is just look at the exponents of the 10. Here you have 3, here you have 1. 3 is greater than 1, right? That means obviously 8.3 is greater than 8.53 times 10 exponent 1, right? If you have the same exponents for both the numbers, then you have to look these two numbers, then you have to compare these two numbers, right? First thing is you have to compare their exponents. If exponents are equal, you need to compare the numbers. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, 3 times 10 exponent 5 and 3 times 10 exponent 5, which is the correct option. First thing is you have to look their exponents, 5 and 5. Their exponents are equal. Now just look at the numbers over here, 3 and 3, they both are exactly equal. That means for these two, they are exactly equal, isn't it? They are equal. Got it? Okay. Which sign makes the statement true? Okay, the first thing is look at their exponents 5 and 4, right? So 5 is greater than 4. That means 2.7 times 10 exponent 5 is greater than, right? The correct option is that is greater than 2.7 times 10 exponent 5 is greater than 2.7 times 10 exponent 4. Got it? The correct option is greater. That is option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is 8.2 times 10 exponent 2, and you have to compare it to 7 by 2 times 10 exponent 2. So which is the correct option? Okay, just look, start comparing their exponents, right? Here you have 10 exponent 2, here you have 10 exponent 2. What do you mean by option 1? Just write greater or less. 8.2 times 10 exponent 2 is greater than. They have same exponents. Just compare the numbers. 8 is greater than 7. That means 8.2 times 10 exponent 2 is greater than 7.2 times 10 exponent 2, right? The correct option is greater, right? Oh, sorry. That means you're writing option number 1. I thought you were writing the. Okay, yes, that is greater. Okay, the next one is which sign makes the statement true? 1.7 times 10 exponent 1. You have to compare it to 7.1 times 10 exponent 2. So, which is the correct option? 1.7 times 10 exponent 1, and you have to compare it to 7.1 times 10 exponent 2. So, which is the correct option? Yes, 1.7 times 10 exponent 1 is less than 7.1 times 10 exponent 2. Less it is. Very good. The next one is which sign makes the statement true? 8, 8 times 10 exponent 3, and you have to compare it to 8 times 10 exponent 3, which is the correct option? Yes, that is 8 times 10 exponent 2 is less. Very good. The correct option is less than. The next one is which sign makes the statement true? 8.7 times 10 exponent 3, which is the correct option? Yes, that is 8.7 times 10 exponent 3 is Greater than 8.7 times 10 exponent 1. Option 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is prime or composite. So, what do you know about prime or composite numbers? You have already covered these lessons in earlier grades. So, what do you know about the prime or composite numbers? Prime numbers are the numbers that have only two factors. Only two factors. Which two factors? 1 and the number itself, right? For example, yes, they can be only divided by 1 or the number itself. Or you can say they have only two factors, right? For example, you have 11. Is it prime? Yes or no? Factor means when you multiply two numbers, right? 11 times 1 is 11. So 11 and 1 are the factors of 11, right? Do we have other two numbers that when multiplied makes 11? Which two numbers when multiplied makes 11 other than 11 and 1? Right? You do not have any other factors of 11 other than 11 and 1, right? So that means 11 is a prime number because 11 has only two factors, 1 and the number itself. Got it? So composite numbers are the one that have more than two factors. Okay, sorry. Composite numbers are the one that have more than two factors. Right? If the number is not prime, that means the number is composite. Got it? So if the number is not prime, then that is the composite. Let's just start with the practice questions, right? Okay. Which number is prime? 3 times what number is 11, Evangeline? What number is prime? 16, 3, 12, or 18? Which is the correct option? Very good. The only prime number here is 3. The rest of the numbers have more than two factors. They are the composite numbers. Got it? The only prime number here is 3. Very good. Okay, the next one is select all the numbers that are prime. Which is the correct option? Which numbers are prime here? 8, 1, 7, and 5. Which is the correct option? Very good. The two numbers are prime. They are 7 and 5. They both are prime. The correct option is 7 and 5. 8 and 1 is not prime numbers, right? Which number is prime? 17, 15, 16, and 18. Yes, 17 is a prime number. Very good. Select all the numbers that are prime. Which numbers are prime? Yes, they are 2, 7, and 13. Very good. The last option is the correct one, right? Okay, which number is prime? 8, 6, 5, and 18. Which is the prime number? Yes, 5 is the only prime number here, right? Select all the numbers that are prime. Which is the correct option? Yes, that is the last option. 2, 9, 17, and 3. Actually, they all are the prime, right? Which number is prime? 15, 3, 4, or 1? Which is the correct option? No, 19 cannot be divided by 2. How? 19 is even not the 19 is not the even number. 19, what number is 19? What two numbers make 19? Yes, the only prime number here is 3. 2 times what number is 19? Which number is prime? 20, 16, 2, and 8. Which number is prime? Yes, 2 is the only number that is prime here. The correct option is 2. Which number is prime? 5, 4, 20, 10. Yes, it's okay, it's 19. Be careful, right? Yes, 5 is the prime number. Which number is prime? 6, 12, 1, and 11. 11 it is. Very good. Okay, let's just move on to next lesson. You can complete the lesson by yourself later today, right? So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? The next lesson is identify factors, right? So, what are the factors? The two numbers when you multiply. For example, 4 times 2 is 8, right? So that means 4 and 2 are the factors of 8. Got it? Because when you multiply them, they makes 8. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 and 2, they both are the factors. Factors of which number? 8. Got it? How pretty the color is. So that is 4 times 2. 4 and 2 are the factors of 8. Got it? Okay, start with the first example. Which numbers are factors of 11? Select all that apply. That means which two numbers when multiply makes 11. Yes, that is 11 times 1 because 11 is a prime number. The only factors are 1 and 11. Got it? Which numbers are factor of 10? Which is the correct option? Yes, 2 is the factor of 10, right? That means 2 can completely divide the 10, right? Besides 16 and 1, which is the one factor of 16, which is the correct option? Hmm. 8 and 16, right? Which is one factor of. A bit confusing question. 8 and 16 are also because you have 16 and 1. Here you have 16 and here you have 1, right? That's why you cannot select 2 and 3. Option 1 is the correct one. You already have 16 and 1 here. So 4 and 8 are the factors of 16. Got it? That's a bit confused question. Okay, beside 20 and 1, which is one factor of 20? Which is the correct option? Yes, they said beside 16. The correct option is beside 20 and 1, right? 5 and 10 they are, because 5 times 4 is 20 and 10 times 2 is 20. So they are 5 and 10. Like both the numbers can divide 20 completely, right? This is the concept over here. For 5 and 10, they both can divide 20 completely. But what's wrong with them? 2, 4, 5, and 10, we know 2, 4, 5, and 10. But here you have 20 and 1. You cannot select the first one. 5 is also the factor of 20. Very confusing questions. Which numbers are factor of 17? Which is the correct one? The correct option is 17 and 1. The last option is the correct one. There are only two numbers that are the factor of 17. Factors 17 and 1. How 34 is divided? How can 34 divide 17? Which number is a factor of 9? Yes, that is. 3 is the factor of 9. Which numbers are factors of 14? 14, the numbers that can completely divide 14. Yes, they are 14 and 7. Option 1 is the correct one. Beside 15 and 1, what is the one factor which is one factor of 15? They are 5 and 3, right? Which number is a factor of 6? Which is the correct option? Yes, 2 it is. The correct option is 2. Which number is a factor of 8? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Yes, 4 it is. 4 is the factor of 8. The correct option is 4. Okay, let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is background voice because I'm listening to myself from the phone. Because sometimes when I'm live, there is something wrong with my voice. So that's why I keep listening myself from my phone. Okay, what are the prime factorization of 20? Prime factorization means you need to make the factors of a number, but all the numbers must be prime, right? How do we make the prime factors? That is very easy. Okay, the prime factorization of 9. Whenever you have to make a prime factorization of a number, I'm going to do 12 20, right? You have to divide the number by the smallest prime number. The smallest prime number that can divide 20 is 2. Just divide. 20 divided by 2 is 10, right? Now divide this number again by the smallest prime number until you get the answer 1. Keep dividing, right? So when you divide 10, that is 10 divided by 2, the smallest number. Always divide with the smallest prime number. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now you have 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So these are the numbers, prime numbers you have divided with. So the prime factorization of 20 is 2 times 2 times 5. 2 is prime, 5 is prime, right? So whenever you have to find a prime factorization, you have to divide the number by the smallest prime number. You keep dividing the number by the smallest prime number until you get the answer 1. Okay, yes, the prime factorization of 3 is 9. 9 is 3 times 3. Very good. What is the prime factorization of 15, which is the correct option? What is the prime factorization of 15? That is 3 times 5. The correct option is 3 times 5. What is the prime factorization of 20? Which is the correct option? That's the one I just did on the board. That is 2 times 2 times 5. Got it? What is the prime factorization of 4? Which is the correct option? That is 2 times 2. The last option is the correct one. Very good. What is the prime factorization of 6, which is the correct option? That is 2 times 3. What is the prime factorization of 18? That is 2 times 3 times 3. The last option is the correct option. Very good. Okay, the next one is, what is the prime factorization of 16, which is the correct option? The prime factorization of 16 is 2 times 2 times 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the prime factorization of 8? The correct option is 2 times 2 times 2, right? That is option number 1. What is the prime factorization of 10, which is the correct option? Yes, that is 2 times 5. What is the prime factorization of 12, which is the correct option? That is 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 3 is 12. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the prime factorization of 5? That is just a 5, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 6 math. The chapter we're working on is number theory. The lessons we have covered today are compare numbers written in scientific notation, prime or composite, identify factors, and prime factorization, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. Got it? So if you have any question related to the lesson we have just covered, you can ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.